dear Lina here, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be creating the look which you see on the thumbnail. So guys, let's get right into the tutorial. So I'm starting out by defining the shape of our brows. I'm just taking out the excess hairs around the eyebrow area. Now I applied the primer on our brows and I went in for a powder to set the brow area before I started to define the shape of her eyebrows. She has an oily skin, that's the reason why I primed her brow areas and applied powder to the area before I started drawing the shape of our brows. So I just went in quickly with the David's number 3 eyebrow pencil and I drew our brow hairs in place and I used a concealer to define the shape of our brows. Yes. So guys, now I'll be going about applying eyeshadow and I'm using ENL Beauty's the Divine Eyeshadow Palette. I'm applying the brown eyeshadow from that palette named Onyeka to our outer V area. I'm just blending that brown eyeshadow to our outer V area. Blending to ensure I get a smooth application. So I mixed in Onyinye and Kike, those two eyeshadows from the same palette, and I'm applying it on our eyelids, on the beginning part of our eyelids, and just blending it towards the area where I applied the brown eyeshadow. I'm going to go back in towards the blending part of that 2-in-1 brush and just blend where the two eyeshadows meet so that it looks really well put together. So now applying some powder to the areas between our brows where I used the concealer. So just to define our outer V area, I'm going in with the black eyeshadow from that same palette. It's named Anna. I'm just using that black eyeshadow to really define the outer V of our eyes and just really give this eyeshadow look some dimensions to it. And I'm kind of extending it towards the eyelids, the bottom part of our eyelids a bit, so that when I'm applying the eyeliner it just looks really nice. So on above our crease area I blended in a burgundy color named Shayo from the same palette just above where I applied the brown eyeshadow and the black eyeshadow. So now I'm just cleaning out the fallout under our eyes. Now it's time for skin work. I'm applying the same primer which I use on our brow area to the rest of our face, and that's the Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer. I'm using that foundation brush now to just blend the primer all over our skin, on our nose, our cheeks, our face, the sides of our face, our chin. I'm just going to just blend that primer all over our face just to ensure that we have a good base for our foundation. So next I'll be reaching out for foundation and I'm going to be using 2 Maybeline foundations. I'm going to be using the Maybeline 370 or 360. I can't remember the exact shade of this foundation, but I'm just applying it to the corners of our face, and I'm just using it to kind of sculpt our face a bit. It's a bit too dark for our complexion, so even if I use this foundation that seems darker right now, I'm going to use one that is a bit lighter and just apply it all over our face using that foundation brush. So the goal for me right now is I'm just trying to even out our complexion to ensure that she has a smooth base. Our complexion looks healthy and very even and all. That's what I'm doing right now. So after I'm done applying the foundation all over our face, I'm just trying to ensure that I blend out that concealer which I used around the eyebrow area so that it's not still peeking through. And I'm just going in now to just further define our brows a bit. That area looks like it's bigger than the other side, but let's keep on going though. So now I'm highlighting that under eye area and I'm using the Early Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn. I should have used maybe Chestnut. This concealer is a bit too light, but we're going to work with it to see how we're going to see how it looks at the end of the whole look. So I'm going in with a foundation brush to just define the corners of that area where I used that concealer, and I'm also using the same concealer just to blend our entire nose area, and I'm going back with the same concealer to highlight the bridge of our nose. Then the same thing I did on one side of our face, I'm also going to repeat on the other side. Now I'm trying to define the corners of our nose and I'm using the Early Girl Pro concealer in Beautiful Bronze. I'm just applying it to the sides of our nose just to ensure that our nose has a defined shape, and I'm using that brush to blend. I use my fingers to blend the highlights on the bridge of our nose. So guys, now I'm going to be setting the powders on our face, and I'm using the powder from that Early Pride powder palette. Any powder you have that works for your foundation, for your shade, will work for you. Just use any powder you have. Make do what you have available, so long as the shade is something that matches your complexion, then you'll be good. So I'm just using a powder to set the part of her face that I highlighted, her under eye area, the bridge of her nose, her chin, while I'm using a darker powder now to set the other part of her face which I didn't highlight. Yes. So I'm going to reach out for a brush now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to dust off any of the excesses from the part of our face that I highlighted. Yes, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to dust off the excesses. Well, now I'm trying to do, like, I'm trying to sculpt out her chin, like underneath her chin area, and also contour her cheekbone so that it's more defined. And I want to apply some blush, and I'm using the Shayo shade, the Shayo eyeshadow from ENL Beauty's Divine Eyeshadow Palette. I'm using Shayo as her blush, so I'm going back to just dust out that powder which I used to cut out cheekbone area. I'm just trying to dust it off so that it doesn't appear too harsh. Yeah. So I'm going back in now to just define the sides of her nose. Rather, set it with powder. You know, when you use a cream product, you want to go back in and ensure you set the cream with some powder so that your makeup doesn't crease or look cakey. Did I say cakey? Anyway, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm going in to highlight the bridge of her nose, and I'm using highlighters from the same Early Pride contour game palette. Now I'm popping on a pair of lashes to her eyes. I'm using random lashes I probably got from AliExpress or so, I'm not quite sure. Then now I'm applying an eyeliner. I'm keeping it very simple. Then I'm using ENL Beauty's Volumizing Mascara to add some volume to her lashes and blend in her natural lashes in with the false lashes. So now for her face, I'm using a powder that is kind of darker, like it's a bit darker than the initial powder I used to set her face. And I'm just using this powder now to just dust off her under eye area and restore some warmth to her complexion. Guys, I'm really sorry about the quality of this video. The lighting, it seems like the lighting in the light was too close to the camera. That's why I wasn't really getting the good color payoff from the camera. So guys, going back into eyeshadow, I'm highlighting underneath our bottom lash line, and I'm using the shadow named is it Onyeka? Yeah, I'm using Onyeka on our bottom lash line, and I'm also using the flat side of that 2-in-1 eyeshadow brush to just blend that brown eyeshadow to our bottom lash line. So now for our lipstick, I'm using ENL Beauty's matte lipstick in the shade Love. I'm using this Love lipstick as a lip line. I'm just applying it all over the corners of our lips. Yes. Then next, you can see how it looks so beautiful, so beautiful. I'm using a shade named Moyo. I just applied Moyo to the center of our lips, and I'm just trying to blend the two lipsticks together. Yes, just see how it looks. So beautiful, so beautiful. So now I'm highlighting her face, that's her cheekbone area. So I went back into a lip gloss named Chinelo. It's a clear gloss. I just want to make her lips look fuller with this gloss because she has very beautiful small lips. So the essence of applying the gloss is just to make her lips look fuller and more plump. Yeah. So just apply the gloss all over the lip area, and we are almost done with the look. So I just went back into just define the shape of our lips so that everything looks nice, well put together. Yes guys, so this is the finished makeup look. Like, how does she look? Doesn't she look gorgeous? So beautiful. Wow, like she's glowing for days. What do you think? Wow, a very beautiful look, guys. What do you think? And this hair was custom made by me, custom colored, custom wigged, makeup by me as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched this video to this point, I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.